Welcome to the Primitive Lifeways channel. In today's video we are going to discuss the medicinal properties of a plant called yarrow. So stick around, I'll be right back with you. So folks, I want to welcome you back. As you can see behind me and off to my side, we have a nice healthy cluster of yarrow. We have young shoots and then we have older, more matured examples. And before I get into the medicinal properties of this plant, I want to discuss how I identify it. So the first thing that I look for is in these older, more matured examples, you'll see it has a white clustered flower top. And then when you go down the plant, you'll see a fern-like leaf that grow opposites from each other. So you'll have one leaf, you'll trace down, and then you'll have another leaf that grows behind it or off to the side throughout the entire structure. When identifying young yarrow, you'll see these fern-like leaves coming straight out of the ground. And when you break them up and smell it, it has a very pleasant aroma, has kind of a citrusy, herby smell to it. As a matter of fact, a lot of the miners in this area would break it up, stuff it in their front pocket, and use it as a natural cologne. All right, so now we'll get into the medicinal properties of yarrow. You can see, of course, we have older, more matured examples and then younger examples of yarrow that haven't flowered yet. I like to go for the younger fern-like leaves. The first thing we can use this for is a tea. If one has a cold or a fever, you can crush up the leaves, steep it in hot water, strain the material, and drink the fluid. What that will do is it will lower one's blood pressure and induce sweating, therefore breaking the fever and help relieving some of those cold-like symptoms. Now, yarrow has anti-inflammatory properties, so I'm one of these guys who gets out in the field, and if I don't put on insect repellent, I absolutely get torn to shreds by mosquitoes. I'm lucky to be wearing repellent right now. Sometimes I forget it. So when I do get a mosquito bite, I'll take the yarrow leaves and I'll mash them up, put them on top of that bite, and wrap it with either a cloth or a mullein leaf. And what I notice is it helps reduce the swelling, but most importantly, it relieves the irritation from that bite. So about 5 years back, I was out in the field and I was carving a bunch of Paiute deadfall traps. And I was in a hurry because it was starting to get late, and I cut myself right down to the bone. You can still see there's scarring in my finger. And what I did is I took these yarrow leaves, I broke them up and stuffed them inside of that wound, wrapped it with cloth until I can get stitches. Yarrow will help stop bleeding. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years to do so, and I'll tell you folks, it really does work. It will help stop that bleeding with deep cuts.